So I'll go straight to this very question, starting from Engineer Ndubuisi Chidomere, the CEO of Pamtech. You're welcome, sir. All right, this question says you have successfully built Pamtech to be one of auto education platform, if not number one in the Southeast, and may I say Nigeria, and very soon Africa and the world at large. All right, now could you share some practical strategies, tips, and tools that one can leverage via social media to effectively increase visibility? What were those tools that you actually explored to be able to do that for Pamtech?
All right, thank you, JC. Smfest! Smfest! All right, I would like to share a brief story about Pamtech, especially the autoland. It's among our portfolios, among other businesses we are doing, but I want to give a brief history of how we started Pamtech Autoland, right? In 2019, we all witnessed what former Governor Rochas Okrocha did. He demolished the biggest cluster of auto mechanics in Imo State, one at Oji and the other one at Nekede Mechanic Village. And that was a big problem for us in Imo State. Many of us had issues repairing our cars because most of the mechanics now ran away because their cluster has been demolished. So it was difficult to find a place you could fix your car. Most of my friends, they would drive from here to Port Harcourt or Asaba to fix their high-end cars. We all know what happens to your car when you go to a roadside that is not trusted. When you visit roadside mechanics, a lot of things can happen to your car. So it was a very big challenge for most of us. I had some high-end cars. I would travel from here to Port Harcourt just to fix it. But then I am a mechanic. So why can't I solve this problem? So strategy or game changer number one was to get those things that are frustrating you or frustrating your friends. Let it be the problem you're going to solve. So there was a problem in Imo State. There wasn't any automobile workshop. I mean, modern automobile workshop in Imo State. So we started one. And while we started, we noticed that Solomento and Empire were also trying to solve the same problem, right? And they were way more bigger than us. In fact, ×2 of us. While, you know, when my team came talking about it, I told them, yes, don't worry, we are David, they are Goliath, but we will have a different strategy we'll use to dominate because we are not going to compete. And that was another game changer for us. While they started before us, they leveraged only on corrective maintenance, of which that's what other businesses, other mechanics across Nigeria, that's what they are doing. But we said we are not going to do the same thing they are doing because we are different. We are Pamtech, they are Solomento and Empire. So instead of us doing the same corrective maintenance, we switched. So we are now doing preventive maintenance. And mind you, I am on a billionaire journey, and coming to look at it, having my garage that will service about 200 cars can never make me a billionaire. True of us. Yes, we service about 200 cars in a month. It cannot make me a billionaire. So there is that niche. There is a different thing that must be done on my journey. So we choose to leverage on social media to build preventive maintenance. Now, the goal is we don't want your car to be in our garage. We want your car to be on the road fulfilling its purposes while we are giving you preventive tips, maintenance tips, right, to make sure your car keeps staying on the road. And because we are trusted, what happens? People were coming to our garages to service their cars. We never went to radio to campaign. or billboards, we leverage on social media because we found it as a tool that we've used to build bridge that's connected us, right, across other people that need those services. That was how Autoland started. And now, 2019, it took us 1 year to make 1,000 followers, to get 1,000 followers. And it took us another 1 year to get 10,000 followers. That's the journey. And now, as at this time last year, we had 90,000 followers. And presently today, as I speak to you, we have 500,000 followers.
All right, a round of applause.
Adding over 410,000 followers within 1 year. And I want you to guess, by this time next year, using the principle of compounding, where do you see Pamtech? 2 million?
Please celebrate Pamtech.
And now, I know another strategy we used, Josh Too Funny and Saobidi said consistency, and I don't want to use that word, consistency. We did something different. Earlier this year, the team gathered that we're going to do something different, that we're going to create a content, and we'll post one video, one car tip every day from 1st day of January till 31st day of December. And as we speak, today is 295, and we've never missed a day. That's consistency. And it's different from other contents we are posting on our social media platform. But for this, we've consistently created and posted car tip every single day.
Please celebrate Engineer Chidomere. If you're not clapping, then there's no consistency in your hand clap. Okay, so I just think consistency is on another level. Engineer Chidomere. Now, we understand that growing businesses can be very, very challenging. He has listed some of the challenges. And what advice would you give to entrepreneurs looking out to establish themselves in a particular niche, regardless of how the economy is, regardless of the pitfalls, government policies, the high cost of registering businesses? What is that advice you tell an entrepreneur watching, listening, and finding it difficult to stand up? So what's that very thing you tell the person?
All right. I would say start. Why would I say that? When we were about starting in Pamtech, the challenge was to start. Where do we start? And I know most of us here are facing that same problem. Probably we'll have many businesses here, and many of us are not leveraging the power of social media. I wouldn't want to tell you more about how social media has influenced our businesses, but there are many of us here who've not listed our businesses on social media, and I want you today to start. I first started posting on our Facebook platforms, and before other team members started coming in, and today we are over 20. But then, we didn't want to sell products. All we did was to create our own narrative. Most people, those platforms who want to go, they don't want to, you don't pick up your phone, say you want to look at adverts. No, you want to learn, you want entertainment. That's what these platforms are for. So one of the challenges I've witnessed was to crack that code on social media. And while practicing it, I learned that you can leverage on your social media to build bridge that will connect you to audience, millions of audience. That when you have them, my plan is to have at least over 10 million people believing in what we are doing. And if they're able to give us $10 on subscription or one particular product, I've become a billionaire. But I'm not going to do that by selling products to them. I want to create a narrative, something they will believe. We don't come advertising. Nobody wants to look at your advertising. They want to hear your stories. So for most businesses here, go back to your social media platforms, go tell your stories, change the narrative, get them to trust you, get them to know you, and you will transform your business.
Please, a round of applause for Engineer Chidomere, Engineer Madumere, please.
I want to have this information for my fellow billionaires, potential billionaires, and entrepreneurs in the room. This is Smfest and it's game changer, right? I want us to go back to our social media platforms and don't sell a product, tell a story. That's what we've done. The audience you have will not buy your product until you buy your narrative. Make sure you're telling your stories right. When they trust you, they will do business with you. And that's the best way to...
Please, a round of applause. That is deep. Do not sell a product. Tell a story. They will only start buying from you when they accept your narrative. Thank you very much. It's been an amazing time doing the coffee chat with you on Smfest. My name is JC Talks, your panel king. Please, a round of applause as we allow our guests head back to their seat. Keep clapping, ladies and gentlemen.